you have so many ideas on how to market your nonprofit organization, but find yourself spinning your wheels and then actually posting nothing? Or maybe you only do reactive marketing and you wait until you have a picture to post or an event or a donation ask in order to post. If you know you need to start doing social media, but you're not quite sure how to get started. If you're in any of those three camps, then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Kelly, the nonprofit marketing nerd, and I help nonprofits just like you transform their organization into a household name that gets donors eager to donate. Make sure you subscribe below and click the notification button so you can get all the best tips on how to level up your nonprofit's marketing and storytelling online. When it comes to social media marketing, there are so many ideas of what to do, but oftentimes we miss the mark and we only really show 20 to 30% of our organization when we should be showcasing our entire organization. And we need to take something from the for-profit space. And a lot of content creators right now are developing their content utilizing content pillars. And that's what I'm challenging you to do for your organization's social media moving forward. Now, what are content pillars, you might ask? Content pillars are buckets of content that put all together and shuffled up represent your entire organization. Now, using content pillars can really help you make sure that you're not just posting reactive content, you're not just posting the same type of content, but you're really showing the diversity of your organization and showing some of the special sauce that we as very busy nonprofit professionals wearing all the hats tend to forget. And using content pillars for your social media is a great way to pull it all together. So here are the 6 content pillars every nonprofit, especially your organization, should use to level up your nonprofit's social media. The first content pillar that you should be producing is what I call mission warrior advocacy. And these are your mission, vision, anything that would typically go in a trifold brochure, probably broken down and put out there. This also means, dependent on the model of your organization and your overall strategic plan, that it might include more advocacy related content for your stakeholders, for the people you serve, to raise awareness about the problem you are trying to solve. The second piece of content, and honestly the most important one, is a direct ask. Now, this is a direct ask, and this is where nonprofits really kind of miss the mark, is they will do fundraising campaigns, maybe around giving season and around buying tickets at an event, but they won't truly give all these diverse ways for potential stakeholders to give. And that could be by volunteering, by, if you're a faith-based organization, having a prayer list. That can be by asking them to bring. That could be in-kind donations. That could be physical things. And that could be monetary donations. You need to have diverse ways people can get engaged with the mission and vision of your organization. And once you get them in the door, then you start moving them up the donor ladder. But there need to be multiple entry points, and it can't just be your Giving Tuesday campaign and your fundraising event. The third content pillar, and one that nonprofits do not allocate enough resource to, is to share impact stories. And the best way to do this is to take the time to directly talk to program participants and capture the information. Quick tip on how to do impact stories better: the best thing you can do is get the person that knows them the best to get them signed up or scheduled to talk to the person that can do the marketing the best and ask the best questions. And this is where things often get diluted in the nonprofit space. You have a program director that's like, oh yes, this person got their high school diploma. And then you have the marketer like, well, that's great, but tell me how they feel. Tell me how it changed. How were they transformed? What are they doing now? And they're like, oh, they have a job. That's not really the details we need and the warm and fuzzies, right? We don't have enough to do warm and fuzzy. So I am big on program director, identifying people, setting up meetings that are really casual. Maybe I know personally, I've even gone out to coffee with program participants just to make them feel comfortable, and then picked up a coffee for them, met them in a safe space, and then afterwards, and after they got to know me, said, okay, can I interview you a little bit? And it was much more casual. They were much more comfortable. And then they got into the real warm and fuzzies and the real grittiness of the transformation that happened in their lives. Now, if you have one impact story, that is not one piece of content. One impact story should theoretically be 16 pieces of content throughout the next 16 months, right? It can be pictures, it can be quotes, it can be video, it can be audio, it can be audio and video and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, use impact stories and make sure that you're using that in multiple different formats. Now I'm going to get to the 2 content pillars most nonprofits forget, and these are really the biggest way you can build a community. Becoming household names. People have to want to know and care about us. And these 2 content pillars, content pillar number 4 and content pillar number 5, are the most important. So now for content pillar number 4, and I hope you don't forget it, is thank yous. again and again and again and again. And yes, I know that your Bloomerang or Neon One or whatever Razor's Edge, blah, 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 whatever platform you're using, I know they might send out automated emails. You might even send out a printed thank you for donations over $50. That's not enough. So show up online in multiple different ways, thanking people for multiple different things, including community partners. And this should be a primary pillar, content pillar for your nonprofit's social media. The fifth one, and I would claim the most important one, and the one I will challenge any of my clients to do. And I see once they start doing it, they don't really believe it. And then once they start doing it, they're like, oh my word, people do care about us. People do want to see our face. It's crazy that it's just little old me and things are going viral. Is to show the real you. And if you are an executive director, yes, that means your face and your voice. Especially if you have younger donors, they are attracted to brands and trust. And so if you're too perfect and just posting stuff about your mission and vision once a week in perfect Canva graphics, that's not going to help a donor like me really want to connect with you. So you need to show the real, raw core, not just of your program participants, but of your staff. This is really a challenge to become mini micro influencers for your organization. If you're not thinking about yourself that way and no one else on your entire staff is, then that's the biggest failure you can do for your fundraising. And the sixth and final content pillar, and the one that nonprofits love to do all the time, are your campaigns. That could be your Giving Tuesday campaign, that could be your major event, that can be your community drive of some sort. I will challenge you, in addition to those regular campaigns, to start to think of your social media as having mini campaigns where you maybe create some new branding or messaging to get a specific point of your organization's mission and vision or programming across. So again, those are 6 content pillars I think all nonprofits should be using. Now, what does that mean for your social media? Again, it's not like, oh, now I have content pillars, I'm gonna rock it, let me triple our donations. I wish that was the case. It's not gonna be, sorry, but this is a good first step. Big picture, how much of each piece of content you do depends on your marketing plan, which depends on your strategic plan. So that doesn't mean if you don't have a strategic plan, you can do nothing, but it might mean showing your executive director and your board of directors this video and saying, Kelly says we need a strategic plan so we can have a marketing plan so that we know what content pillars to use. Because honestly, your organization needs a strategic plan. Based on what your strategic plan is, that will define your content pillars. You can start to learn and grow and experiment. So maybe your organization has 30% real us behind the scenes, 30% thank yous, and just 10% of those others, right? I think that math is right. 30-30, yep, 30-30, yep. And just 10% of those others. And you're posting on social media 5 or 6 times a week. And so if you use the content planner that I am giving you for free right here, you can start to plan out your content pillars for a month or 3 months at a time and start to put specific content. So again, I am giving to you this free content planner that will help you organize how you're going to use your content pillars for your nonprofit. And remember, the best thing we can do for nonprofit social media is not to be perfect, but just to get going. And these content pillars are going to help you organize and get the confidence. So again, content pillars are just a small piece of the really big puzzle of your marketing plan, but it's a good first step. It's a good first framework, especially if you download the free content planner I'm supplying to you. Best of luck. Let's go and make your nonprofit a household name and get donors eager to care about your organization. See you next week.